about the moon and stars and that kind of stuff. I mean, you can have some fun with it. You can take it places you can't imagine. I've had people challenge me to write poems about topics, and there's been nothing that I turned away from. Like, I tried, and usually you can come up with something. Excuse me. I'll read an example of a serious one, just because we're here, and I couldn't bring myself just to bring funny ones. It's called Playground in My Mind. How you used to run around in every playground you could find, as you used to laugh and play in your playground in my mind. The games you used to love to play, pull me close and push me away, telling me how much you cared, not meaning what you said. The pleasure you got from my pain with your deceit and strife, as you laughed and played in your playground in my life. As you rallied all your troops, so they told all the same lies, begging me to come back as fake tears fell from your eyes. The way you relished your success as you tore my world apart, as you laughed and ran around in your playground in my heart. With all the games behind me now, I found a way to heal, and I found one that gives a damn for the way I feel. Still, the memory haunts me every once in a while, like every time I think of you, I see the devil smile. Yeah, I've written some angry poems. I didn't bring any of them because I didn't want anybody to know that that's how I started. But, you know, it wouldn't be right to have a 2-hour presentation of poetry and not have something about your first love. So I'm going to go there. A man remembers his first love until he finds his grave. If he lives to be 100, that's what he'll always crave. For some, it might be a blonde, a redhead, or brunette. Others are still looking, they haven't found it yet. For some of these old buns of steel we've all heard about, whatever a man's first love is, he hates to go without. There may be someone whose first love is in the color of her eyes. I'll always remember my first love, greasy cheeseburger and fries. Maybe a double patty with everything on top, ketchup, mustard, or special sauce. Please don't ever stop. Fries fried to a golden brown, thin and crispy too. Greasy cheeseburger with some fries. No talking until I'm through. So now you know my secret, the greasy cheeseburger and fries. If you want inside my heart, make mine supersize. One of the prospects I have for my third book, which everybody here already knows, I've got 2 books. Heart Whisperer, that's kind of an interesting story about the whole Heart Whisperer thing. I named the book Heart Whisperer because it had love poems in it. And then the fan page, I named Heart Whisperer to honor the book. And all of a sudden, people are referring to me as the Heart Whisperer, and that was never my intent. But I gotta say, it's one of the better things I've ever been called. And so I've adapted it, and I kind of like it now, and I roll with it. I take it serious. People send me their stories, and usually it's from a dark period of time in their life, and they're sharing those moments with me, and it's incredible. I can't get over it. I could never sit here, no matter how much time they gave me, and tell you how incredible I think it is that the way people will reach out to me for poetry. I've had people contact me within a few hours after somebody passed away and ask me to write a poem. And it's such an honor. But one of the prospects I have right now for my third book is a cookbook. It all started by somebody posting pictures of something like maybe chocolate lasagna. And they post these pictures, and then I see the recipe, and I write a poem about it. And then, so all of a sudden, there's a couple ladies down there in Texas that they'd like to see me do a poetry cookbook. And this is one of the poems that started all that. It's called Baking. You see them every now and then through new friends that you make, recipes from far and near that you can cook or bake. A pumpkin peanut butter crunch or a cake just made for 2. If you follow the instructions, it tells you what to do. Ribs cooked in a special sauce, steamed while in a pot. Add a little cayenne pepper if you think you want it hot. A treasure trove of food ideas like peanut butter fudge. I swear if I ate it all, I'd probably never budge. There's food pretty young and old, for the poor and wealthy. Some even look damn good, designed just for the healthy. Besides the candy and desserts, the one I dream of making is any recipe at all that you can make with bacon. Grill it, fry it, I don't care. Break it into pieces. Stuff it, wrap it, steam it, stick it into creases. If there were prizes to be won, I knew just what would win it. Any recipe on earth that has real bacon in it. Yeah, that's one of them. That would be the cookbook. And I don't know how to put a recipe in there for making bacon. Well, I do, but that would be the adult version. Another one is peanut butter cake. Got a lot of good response off this one because the picture looked delicious. I saw it in a picture. I felt the craving start. It went right from my eyeballs right into my heart. It looked so enticing, it almost made me sick, knowing I could only look and not even take a lick. I tried to look at something else, but my mind kept going back. I'd forgotten everything, but my train had jumped its track. I tried to forget it all. My legs began to shake. Why did they post that picture of peanut butter cake? I felt the moisture building, so unfair and so uncool. I reached and grabbed a towel in case I started to drool. I turned away a moment, but not very long. This could be my downfall. This is just so wrong. I take a casual look around just so I can see, making sure there's no one that might be watching me. I lean in closer and closer, just trying to get a whiff. Why can't they make a computer that is a scratching snap? I am a man of willpower, don't make no mistake. But I fear I've lost control of peanut butter cake. Do you have time to stay a little while? Awesome. I'm so happy to see you.
I do.
I almost jumped out of my skin and ran over and gave you a hug. I know why you're here. I know at least partly why you're here.
And because I love you so.
I know.
I think Mom's on her way too.
Huh?
I think my mom's on her way too.
Oh, cool. So you want me to start stuttering or something?
Well, yeah.
All right. Hey, here's one I wrote for you that was inspired by Playboy magazine. And you may not believe me. I think this guy back there, I can tell by the way he's looking at me, he remembers the anniversary issue from 1978. It had a poem in there. It was a story length in poem form about a guy named Billy and the devil. And I loved that. I lost my Playboy, you know, in a flood, I guess. I don't remember. But then I found it again at a garage sale. Some old guy was selling his collection, and I think I lost that one in my divorce. That's the worst. So if you see another copy of 1978 anniversary issue of Playboy, I just wanted for the articles. This poem is called Swag. Playing cards one night with the devil at a table with 3 legs in a town called Hell, so backward that a rooster laid the eggs. I said, this is my last game. I've passed through here before. The devil gave an evil grin. You ain't passing through no more. When you're playing with the devil, things don't go as planned. Aces over 8s, full house. He had a better hand. He jumped and yelled and clapped his hands. I maintained my control. He said, ain't you gonna cry in bed? I said, it's just a soul. He looked at me through narrowed eyes and said, dude, you got some swag. I shook my head and said, I know, but I don't like to brag. He said, man, you seem all right. Come have a drink with me. We stepped into his chambers, and guess who I would see? It was my own dear mother. She died when I was born. As pretty as her picture, her dress dirty and torn. He called her names and cursed at her, and it began to rain. I told him, my name's Abel, and I'm here to raise some Cain. I broke his bottle across his face, his eyes turned flaming red. I said, if you hurt my mama, you'll wish that you were dead. He tried to back away from me. He called out for a demon. That broken glass, I shoved up his ass, and I stopped him from screaming. He mumbled, this is not the end. He said he was not defeated. I told him, just like everything you say, you lied and then you cheated. I heard about the way you cried, your back against the walls. Now let's see how play you played when I got you by the balls. Sometimes when you play the devil, things don't go as planned. Mama and me, we left that night with his balls in my hand. I was almost afraid to play that in case the devil took it as a personal challenge. Of course, I don't dare apologize to him either. So I did that for you. If anything terrible happens to me in the next few days, which probably will, you know what? The poetry. Maybe you've seen it posted on my wall. It's about a tree. It's not about, well, it is about poetry, but it's about a poetry. Just to play on words that came to me one day. It's probably been played out a million times, but I've never seen it before until I did it, and I like it. It's one of my favorites. Out in our backyard, when I was just a kid, we had a tree of palms. That's where I always hid. High up in the branches, so no one else could see. I watched the world go by in my poetry. Poems written in the branches and written on the leaves. I'd find one I really loved and put it in my sleeves. My mom would call out for me and say it's time to eat, but I was never hungry. My poems became my meat. My friends never came around asking me outside to play. Instead, they all gathered around to hear the poems I'd say. I cried when that tree fell. It was very stormy, fearing I would not have poems to read to keep me warm. Then one day I found a leaf just laying on the ground. It was from my poetry, just waiting to be found. Written on the leaf were words meant just for me. At the bottom of the leaf it said, from the poetry. It said, my dear young poet, remember all those years? You kept me from dying with the water from your tears. When you hid in my branches so the world could not see, I was not protecting you, you were protecting me. Every poem you ever read, right from the very start, must be shared with others, not locked up in your heart. The leaf began to wither, then it began to fade. High up in that poetry, the poet I was made. Most people don't realize that my first poem was written in like 5th grade. It was a class assignment. The teacher had everybody write a poem. And I wrote one about a goldfish that would wave goodbye to me with his tail every day after school. And when I handed it to her, she was like, you wrote this? And her reaction is the thing that kept bringing me back to poetry because it was so positive, and plus I got a star and a smiley face, which was the highest academic achievement I ever made. And I never owned a damn goldfish. I got a good grade for the poem. And for years, I would write poems. I just store them away. You know, I probably filled up notebooks and then they got thrown away or whatever. It was just, I wrote them for me. Very seldom did I share them. It's only about a year and a half ago I started sharing them by accident on a poetry page called poetry.com. You can post a poem, people will critique it, but you've got to critique a couple poems to get your poem posted. I was getting pretty high marks. I didn't realize they were flagging my Facebook page saying, Ed Hofert just posted a poem. Until somebody said, what's the deal, Ed? You turning queer? And so I changed the settings so they couldn't flag my Facebook page. I was horrified. I probably didn't write a poem for 3 days. And one day I just decided, you know what, they don't like it, they don't have to read it. And then I started posting them right on Facebook. And I had friends that it amazed me, knowing the kind of men that they are, when they saw that it was a poem, that they even took time to read it, but they did. And then they even went so far as to take time to tell me it was incredible, and to not forget them when I became famous, you know, and they encouraged me. And it went from that to here. So I'm just, my gratitude to everybody that ever listened to or took the time to read and appreciated the poem, whether it was mine or somebody else's. Because it's not about me, it's about the poem.